So the big question is this: how do small businesses like yours, who feel like you're doing all the right things and going to all the right events, reach the federal buyer in a way that helps you win more contracts? That is the question, and this is the place to get your answers. My name is Neil McDonnell. Welcome to the GovCon Chamber of Commerce. Okay, let's get started. In today's video, I want to quickly answer a question someone was asking me earlier this weekend, actually, about capability narratives. I talk about your small business profile, which is made up of sam.gov and DSBS. Inside of DSBS, there's a capability narrative field that tends to be your first marketing message to buyers when they're looking for you on this tool, DSBS, or within SAM. And so anyways, they were asking about how do I have a good one? Got any tips on that? And of course I do. I've got a course on here if you go to the library section and you're logged in. But I did want to point out I use a different venue as well on YouTube. And so I have a lot of material out on YouTube. Anytime you're looking for something that's related to government contracting, come on in here to my YouTube channel. This is tied to the chamber. It's just got my name since, it's me. But I've got a lot of videos out here. I think I've got 200 videos, maybe 250 videos that are related to government contracting. And right here on the taskbar, the menu bar, you'll see a magnifying glass for searching. Click on there, and all you have to do is type in capability, is what I did. So capability narrative. And when you type that, you'll get back a bunch of videos related to me. So I have this one where I was speaking at Department of Labor about capability statements. Coming down, you'll see a couple of videos I've done recently on the capability narratives, but the ones I want to show you are here. They're the DSBS course. I took the entire course, even though it's on my website, it's in this fancy course environment. I took every single video from that course and put it in YouTube. I'm very committed to everybody having access to all of my knowledge. If I can put it down on a piece of paper or in a video or in a podcast, then I'm going to give it to you ungated. I want to make sure you have what you need to be successful, especially when you're striving for that first million or that first dollar even. Anyways, here's one capability narrative examples. This is a great video for you to go take a look at. Let me zoom in a teeny bit. This is a great video, lesson 5.2, because in there I show you how I look at other people's narratives to get ideas of what to do. You never want to just pick it up and steal it from them, but there's nothing wrong with looking at somebody who's had a good pass at what they're writing and go, oh, I like that. Let me do something similar. This next one, 5.6, really talks about what you're trying to do and the whole purpose of a capability narrative, and it wraps up that course module in there. There's a couple other ones you see coming down here. Why am I always talking about DSBS? I'm just scrolling down. You see, by the way, you can see some of the videos I've done out there, right? Does your capability, your congressional representative know about your capabilities? I did a whole video recently about making sure they know about it. Coming down here, though, is where these videos are a little out of order, but it doesn't matter if you search for it. Here's an introduction to the narrative and then understanding the narrative. And if I still have it farther down, here, competitive capability narrative analysis. That's where I go in for 9 minutes. I go into a deep dive talking about how to go look at your competitor's narrative to get ideas of what you might want to write, seeing keywords, key phrases, et cetera. And you can see here by this thumbnail, what I'm showing you is the steady progression of building your capability narrative. And I think there's one last one. So it's funny, again, they're out of it, but here you go, initial draft of capability narrative. And this is where I talk about have three main, in the blue bar there, three main keywords or key phrases. And then you start writing your narrative. And I show you how I do it. I used an example, real world example. And then this one here, final capability narrative. I walk you through the steps. First I started with this, and it was kind of, junky. And then I moved to this and I'm refining it. And then I moved to this last one. And it really just becomes an impressive capabilities narrative. And so I'm good at writing stuff. You can definitely find people on Fiverr to assist you, but you want to make sure you're participating when you write your capabilities narrative, because it is your elevator pitch or your glorified elevator pitch. And the answer to the question, what do you do? So just to recap, if you're looking for information on capability narratives and how you might be able to write it, tips, come to my YouTube channel and just hit the magnifying glass and do capability. You can find a link to the YouTube channel right here at the bottom of the website, govconchamber.com. I've got a link to the channel down there, so you don't have to remember the URL out there. When you write your narrative, do me a favor, shoot me a comment or something and connect with me on LinkedIn and tell me that you did it so that I know and I can go take a look at it. I'd love to see it, give you feedback, and then maybe showcase it somewhere. Okay, if you found this content valuable, others will too. Please give it a thumbs up so they can find it. And also, if you go over to YouTube and you're looking at videos, give those a thumbs up just so people can find it. If you'd like to connect with me personally, definitely do so on LinkedIn. And since I'm talking about YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I so rarely ask people to subscribe. We often do free training webinars here on the website and interview federal buyers. Sign up for the GovCon Chamber's email list to be notified about these opportunities at www.govconchamber.com. Finally, please consider becoming a sustaining member of the GovCon Chamber of Commerce. Help us keep bringing you great content like this for $1 a day. I'm Neil McDonnell, wishing you great success.